Welcome to We Really Love Island with Rem and M.
I'm Remy Casimir. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I host the sex podcast, How Come?
I'm Emily Wilson. I'm also a comedian and a former X Factor USA contestant.
We are obsessed with love, sex, and reality TV. So we're binging British reality show phenomenon,
Love Island. And now, so are you! Watch along with us and then listen to what we have to say about the episode.
This episode, we're talking about Season 1, Episode 1.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
I am too.
I mostly want to finish this so that we can watch
episode 2. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I think an important thing to note is that you need to watch this show with subtitles on.
Absolutely. Otherwise, good luck understanding.
Nobody understands anything anyway, and you're not going to understand what they're saying. So
I don't think I'd understand anything Hannah says.
Nope.
If there were not subtitles for her
0%
Scouse accent.
Yeah. Also, I'm glad you brought up Scouse. There's a lot of vocabulary that you're going to miss.
Yeah.
And just we're going to do vocab for you every episode.
Yes.
We've got a lot from this one.
Yeah. We will define everything you didn't understand or anything that went over your head.
Yeah.
So you can become a little bit more in tune with British culture.
Yeah.
And slang.
And we're going to do it at the end of every episode. So get excited for that, especially if there was what the fuck moment.
Did they just say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had one of those.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't realize that you had never watched this season before.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you really love Island, but only seasons 2 and 4.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I know.
Is your mind blown?
My mind's blown also because those seasons, there was a season 1, so it's weird watching it when no one knew what was going on.
Yeah. They don't know what the rules. You still don't know what the rules are.
Yeah.
But
we never really know what the rules are.
Because they always change them.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time a lot of people are seeing Caroline Flack too. The host.
Oh, yeah.
Or British Khloe Kardashian.
Right.
As most people have referred to her as. But there's a lot more Flack in these seasons than the ones that you watched, right?
Yeah. I was going to say that because they keep coming back to her between every commercial break and she's narrating the whole thing. Whereas if in the later seasons, it's, I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Ian.
Yeah.
Stribling.
Okay. It's him,
right?
In the later ones, it's just all his voice. Because I think they realize no one really cares.
And also, how did they get the entire audience to Mallorca?
I have no idea.
The villa is in Mallorca, so they just brought people.
And why? Because they didn't even really use them. They could have faked that,
but they didn't.
No. And you don't even know how many people are there. You just see the first 2 rows of people and clapping.
Yeah, it's interesting though because I want to talk to you about the production standpoint because you were on X Factor, which is an American reality show. Mm-hmm. So the production blows my mind, just because I've watched this entire season and they do so much shit that you see they do a live drop in.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think that's why I think this season's so funny because it was so new. I don't think they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were just trying to make it
fun.
Yeah. And that's why I think you start seeing less of Caroline. They realized what was working and what was just simply a waste of money.
Yeah. I love their phones. This is my favorite thing about Love Island too. Okay, is that Caroline will go away more and more and more.
Yeah. She's just unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. I'm show me more drama. You're filming 24/7.
Mm-hmm. The night cameras. Love them.
I love them.
Always. That's my favorite part of every episode.
I get so horny. Mm-hmm. You watch Josh and Jess make out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that they can take photos during and they can text each other in the villa. Mm-hmm. I want to see those text messages.
I know.
That's another thing. I don't know if they do this. They did this season 1, but the seasons now when the show is going on, obviously you can't tweet or have an Instagram or whatever. So they give their Instagram account to somebody.
Oh.
And everyone has it going by one of their friends and they have they post all the time being vote for our girl Megan and
oh wow.
Yeah,
that's smart.
There's so many things in this episode that they hint at stuff the fact that they don't drink because I always thought they were partying,
right? Yeah, because that's the vibe you get.
But somebody said, I think it was Josh or whatever, and he was oh, we have a bottle of champagne and that's it.
Yeah,
or whatever, and you don't realize that that's all you get for the night, which is good because otherwise it would be Rape Island,
right?
Or not remembering shit.
Yeah,
Like literally, like if you have a relationship with someone who's a drunk,
and
like
you just don't,
and you remember everything, you think they have a much more solid,
right?
Yeah.
And
they're like, I don't remember that conversation. You're like, we said we were in love,
right? Also, I think like for legal purposes, they probably have to keep them pretty sober.
I mean, like every MTV show, everyone's wasted all the time, but you can't be sharing beds and be drunk.
Yeah, there's just like a lot already. The show crosses so many boundaries that it's like I feel like if they threw a ton of alcohol into the mix, it would just be a disaster.
No, I know,
but I actually didn't notice that until you pointed it out.
I know,
because I thought they were just like drunk and partying.
Yeah,
I mean, they smoke a bajillion cigarettes.
A million. They make cigarettes look so delicious. Especially, they don't smoke as many in season 3 and 4. 1 and 2
they do. Yeah,
they do. Yeah. But I think they start like it's interesting to see how the show has progressed like over time. It's only been like 4 years.
Yeah, I know, but it's changed. And even watching this first episode, I'm like, you can just feel how the energy is so experimental.
Yeah, and they
like
have
new.
Yeah, they just have such different like vocabulary for stuff too.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying like British slang, which there is like a ton. It's just like I was watching you when like Josh would say certain things like that he was going to get like a boner in Lauren's. He was like, I'm going to get a boner in Lauren's ass. Yeah. And then you were just like, what?
I know. And then I was like expecting her to say something and she was like, oh, you're going to get a boner up my ass? Yeah. And I was like, what? We're just doing this. I did not like that. That made me mad.
Yeah. And then when he said, I
wrote that down because it pissed me off.
Yeah.
He said, once I get a hard on, there's no going back.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, sir.
I know. Well, we have to start from the beginning, too.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
One of my favorite things is how they film, like, when they introduce new people, the intros they do for them, like, the level of stagedness is wonderful.
The whole beginning.
Yeah.
So let's start from moment 1.
Yeah.
The most high production value of any reality show, everyone at their respective jobs, fucking construction worker picking up the phone being like, oh, it's time for Love Island.
Yeah.
It is the cheesiest.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's amazing that like the production value that goes into the actual villa and like that filming is like dirt compared to what they do to get like a 30-second clip of like
it's
the
like
twins in the car and like
yeah.
on the plane with champagne.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. It's so over the top.
Yeah. I just wait for the first coupling ceremony.
Yeah.
Because this is when Honesty Island begins.
Yeah.
Like this is when you have to first be like, okay, I find you attractive. I'm going to step forward in my bathing suit and wait for you to say whether you like me back or one of the other girls next to me.
I know, and I just, how are you supposed to step out there and off like you have like 10 seconds to look at everybody. You don't even know.
Saying. They're just saying like based off of looks. Like if you were in the club, you know, like what would you do? Yeah.
I know, it just gets me, I don't know, it bothers me so much. But I guess that's like the most realistic way to start it.
Yeah.
Of like, who do you immediately feel the hots for?
Like sometimes I think about, I mean, I'm not single now, but when I was like on a dating profile, I would sometimes have nothing and sometimes have.
I mean, that's true. I don't even like, when I used dating apps, I wouldn't even like look at anybody's bio unless I liked their photos. Like if you weren't hot, I wasn't even, my eyes didn't even go to the words at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. It's like, what are you going to want to wake up to every day?
Yeah.
Potentially. It's Love Island, you know? Yeah. It's not Friend Island.
Yeah. But you're like walking out in a bikini. I don't know. It makes me sad, but then I know I'm like, that's the show, Em. Yeah. It's almost nice how like direct they are from the beginning.
Yeah. No, I like it.
I think it sets everybody up to be honest. This feels like, compared to the other seasons, right from the get-go, like no one actually, except for Playboy Bunny.
John and Hannah.
Except for them, like nobody really cared for any of the choices. Mm-mm. Some guys like didn't even step forward until Jess at the end.
Yeah.
Which I feel like in all the other ones I've seen, there was so much mixing and matching and stepping forward. This was kind of like everybody seemed like they were disappointed in the entire selection.
I love how much John jumped for Hannah.
Yes.
He literally one giant leap for John. Mm-hmm. And then Chris stepped out too. And then Hannah was just like, I'll go with John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him because he's so keen.
Yeah. I also, like, at first, I didn't believe him that he liked her that much.
Really?
Because I don't see them together at all.
Interesting.
But then he was insisting, like, that's my dream girl.
Yeah.
I can't do the accent.
That's my dream girl.
That's my dream girl. And I was like, oh, shit, he really likes her.
Yeah. No, I think this episode he's, like, obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And I like how, like...
Oh, my God, you just foreshadowed a bit, didn't you?
No.
You're like, this episode, he really is obsessed with her. Just something... Don't tell me.
Okay, I won't.
Because you've seen it and I haven't.
Right. She's tricked me. She doesn't really love Island as much as I do. But this is a better thing.
Yeah,
I think this is more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we need to watch episode 2. But yeah, I feel like all the girls were disappointed and all the guys were disappointed.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've seen that in other seasons too.
Right.
Like early on. I don't know.
Well, and then they're going to bring in other people.
Yeah. At that point, they're like, oh, there's going to be someone else, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I feel like, do you think okay, so there's a Love Island from 2005 that was called Celebrity Love Island in Britain too. And I think maybe they know the rules because of that.
I was going to say, like, how much do you think they were briefed?
I don't know.
On what was going to go down?
I don't know because the rules change all the time. I can't even imagine doing the first stepping forward thing.
Oh my God, no, it's my nightmare. Because you know what? My worst fear is what happened to Lauren.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Like, that is just straight up right to your face. Like, no one likes you.
Yeah.
Also, what I do like about it and what, like, cancels out the thing about how I said it seems like no one's attracted to each other in the beginning is something that I love about this show is it just proves the thing of, like, if you spend enough time with people, you just, like, grow to love them.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it
gives you, like, an opportunity to, like, just spend, like, what if Jordan and Lauren, like, eventually grow to really like each other? Like, they're coupled up now. Like, they're going to share a bed together. Like, they might have a conversation and, like, you know, like...
Yeah.
You don't know.
I know, and I think that makes me feel better. Because I get so upset. And I was saying this to you, and I think it's a me thing.
Yeah.
I get so upset about how sex-based it is, especially off the top.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you guys talking so, like, raunchily in front of each other to your couple, like... to everybody.
Yeah.
That makes me so mad. But then I feel like it's a bit counterbalanced, if that's a word, by the fact that they all, like, grow to love each other from spending so much time together. Like, that makes up for it for me.
And they love each other in, like, a friend way. Like,
yeah.
I think it was Tony or John, one of the new Italian Stallions, is the first one ever to say it's not Friend Island, but, like, it is Friend Island too. Like, there is a lot of, like, platonic love.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, it's, like, literally science. If you're spending that much time with people and only those people.
And sober. And you're, like, having conversations and, like, remembering, like, oh, like, I know where your fucking mom is.
Yeah.
Like, went to college or I don't know.
It's like summer camp.
Yeah. Or vacation friends. I mean, they are vacation friends. They're literally in a vacation luxury villa in Mallorca.
Oh, and you're immediately, like, sleeping in the same room as everybody in no makeup. Like, seeing each other in the morning. Like, it's so intimate right away.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, another thing I like about this show is that, like, they have such a wide range of, like, jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the girls are pretty accomplished. There's, like... Playboy model, like Hannah's, like, that's like an accomplishment. She's the only little Scouse bunny. Like,
Zoe's a model.
Lewis is a former, like, footballer.
Oh my God, and he's 20 years old,
and he's only 20.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's her face? Jess is a glamour model, which I thought was, like, a model for a long time. It is.
What does that mean?
They pose nude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Rachel is the first Black Miss England.
Rachel is miserable.
She
is so miserable.
Yeah.
The poor woman.
I know. I can't imagine having, like, a kid and going on a show like this. But I feel like they go on Bachelor in Paradise too, and they go on, like,
that's
Top
true.
Model. Like,
yeah, but this is, like, you're walking around in bikinis all the time.
I think
like,
they're in bikinis in Bachelor in Paradise too.
But it doesn't. This feels like a night out, like a party all the time.
But it's not, because there's no booze.
Exactly, but the vibe they put out there is like we're partying.
Would you be ashamed of your mom if she went on Love Island?
I don't know. I hate that I kind of think I would be, but I would be ashamed of my dad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's weird because she has a kid and Lewis is 20.
She's not coupled with Lewis.
No, I know, but like the fact that a potential mate of hers is 20 years old.
Yeah.
And she has a child.
There's like mature 20s. There's 18-year-olds with kids.
Yeah, no, that's true.
There's a wide range of ages. There always is.
Yeah. Which is a whole other thing.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Ages and jobs.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about Lauren?
Of course.
I just feel so bad for that girl. I feel like that's everybody's nightmare if they went on Love Island.
Yeah, not getting anyone step forward.
Not that, and also like as it was going on, she was like, nobody likes me.
Yeah.
She was literally like, none of these guys like me.
Yeah.
And the girls aren't even a big fan of me.
But
and she got swapped.
And she did get swapped.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and Jess, like, I didn't love how Jess was like, I can tell that you really have a crush on Jordan. I was like, don't use that, Jess. Like, come on. Just say, I want to bang Josh. I'm not that into Jordan. I already kissed him in the pool. It wasn't cracking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't Honesty Island. That was Annoying Island.
I know.
Like, she should have just been like, listen, I want Josh. Like, do you mind getting repaired? Like, she had to get recoupled with Jordan.
Yeah.
After Jess stole Jordan in the first place.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, fucked up.
That is
She's like,
up.
I just feel like you're better suited because of like tattoos. Like,
yeah.
Jess, you want to fuck Josh.
Yeah.
Like, he's got like, she is so Jamae from Summer Heights High, I can't even deal.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Oh,
she's like queen bitch.
With like light eyes and like the dark skin. Like, he's just like,
Yeah.
Highly like suggest that you watch Love Island with subtitles.
Yeah.
If we haven't stressed this enough.
Yeah.
You gotta catch little nuggets like
yeah,
light eyes and dark skin,
or like parentheses farts.
Yeah,
like that too. I probably wouldn't have noticed that he farted if it wasn't in the parentheses.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought it was just like a noise.
It's so funny. I also like that part because like she goes to John, be like, I don't know, like what I want to do. He's like, Jess, you have to make the decision. Like you have to be the first one to stir the pot.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, like I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
She's brave. But she shouldn't have said that shit to Lauren. Because then Lauren's fucking crying.
I know. She was already crying.
And then they were like, oh, like, Jordan, are you happy about the swap? And he's like, not really. And she's like sitting right there.
Oh my God.
And then goes into the confessional. Terrible.
It's so awful. The poor girl. She seems so nice and down to earth too.
I think they know that the audience is involved somehow too, because I think it was Lewis when he was telling everyone that Lauren fucked Zayn. He was like, oh, like don't go with that one. Like the public won't like that.
Oh, well, yeah, because I'm sure they were told like there's going to be voting.
Yeah.
They had to know that, right?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. And they let her explain the Zayn situation.
Right.
Like she clearly didn't fuck him.
Yeah. I know. If you had said, obviously she'd be going around town telling everybody.
Yeah.
Ugh, and the poor girl's getting death threats on her Instagram.
Yeah.
She's just got it in for her. Oh my God.
But she was like, it's been really like terrifying, but also kind of fun.
Yeah. Also, they all love to go to the club.
They love the club.
Just the club. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, whenever I walk into the club.
Yeah.
It's like the Red Sea.
All the girls look at me in the club.
It's like, is everyone just clubbing all the time?
Yeah, I've seen Hannah in the clubs before in Essex. Yeah, they are. They love to. I don't know how they convinced all these like party people to like go to a place where you're not going to drink. I mean, like you're going on vacation, but like,
right.
They only get 2 drinks a night. It's insane.
That is insane. They have to like sober do everything.
Which
is a concept.
I love that Hannah has her rollers in all the time when she's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I love that she has toothpaste on her face for her zits. Mm-hmm. She's amazing. Yeah, I think John is obsessed with Hannah, like from moment one.
And I love that.
And I think he's really respectful of her too. Like when Josh is like, oh, like I'm going to try and fuck Jess like the first night or whatever. Like I was like, aw, like, come on. I mean, I guess Jess wants it to. Jess is a flirty little bitch.
No, but like, I didn't like that he was just
how
like,
he talks about it. Yeah, I'm gonna. Sex. Yeah, and like once I have my boner, I didn't.
There's
no
like
turning back.
at all.
No.
And he was like, even if she's spooning me, I can still get my dick touched, right?
Yeah, because she can reach around.
Like, fuck off, dude.
I know.
I did not like that.
I
know.
He
is so hot.
He is so hot. And I feel like Lauren, like, I feel like she'd be the type of person that would put Josh in his place. If he was saying something inappropriate. Actually, I don't know, because she probably just feels like at risk.
I think she's very vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad because she's very insecure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really sad.
I don't like that.
But anyway, so then like 3 seconds later, they have John asking Hannah, like, oh, do you like me? And like, she's like, yeah, I like you. And he's like, okay, great. Like, because I'm not going to try and like, I respect you. Like, I'm not going to, like.
I also liked, this was me, I guess, being subconsciously judgmental, but I thought she like didn't give a shit about him. And she was just like, I didn't think she liked him.
Interesting.
And I really liked how casually she was like, no, yeah, it's fully mutual.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah. No, I thought she liked him in her interviews. And she's like, I think you're a fitty.
Yeah, that's true.
Lewis in that ceremony is a wreck.
Oh my God.
Stepping forward for every single person.
Yeah.
But
what was he thinking?
I don't know. He's he used to be a professional footballer,
and he's 20,
so he's probably got like the pick of the litter,
and
like he can just bang all the birds.
Yeah, I wonder if he was trying to make a statement or if he genuinely kept liking each one.
I feel like maybe he was just like, oh wait, that one's pretty, oh wait, that one's pretty.
Yeah,
and
like
then he like got to know Zoe and was like, okay, yeah, you're pretty, but like you're a lot older than me, and like you're not really my, and like they were talking about it. She's 24. I mean, she's not like a ton older, but like
but 20 and 24,
like for I don't know. She clearly wasn't feeling it afterwards either. She was like, okay, we're coupled and like we'll just be buddies and like that's cute enough.
Yeah.
Friend Island. Chilling.
Strategic island.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. But what are the rules? We don't know.
Yeah.
Yet. I mean, we still don't know.
No, we still don't know.
Season 4 just ended and I'm like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Like, it blows my mind.
But that's why it's so good.
Yeah, so this season has like a ton of Caroline Flack. Mm-hmm. She goes away.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like. It's just like you don't need to see.
She's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, but anyway,
and she's not like a Chris Harrison where like you grow attached to him.
I mean, I think that she was necessary this season because like she makes things like, remember the guys like initially hit on her by accident.
Yeah,
because she comes out and like, ooh, look at that little rocket. Like that's Caroline Flack. Like don't.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, let's meet your girls.
Yeah.
But maybe she was necessary to make them feel like there was some kind of rules and not get like Lord of the Flies. Like
crazy.
Like there's still like people on the outside world and stuff. But I think it's crazy that they have like live ceremonies and stuff and like.
Yeah, I also think like it makes me wonder how much of like their confessionals and their small moments.
Yeah.
Like when John was talking to Jess about swapping.
Yeah.
That moment I fully believe like they told him like you have to go talk to her and tell her to do this. Go pull her aside. I mean,
the producers might send texts that we don't see.
Of course,
that's the greatest thing about the cell phones is like they can text each other, and then the producers text them stuff
and tell
too.
Them to do stuff.
Yeah,
and like, they cut out whatever they want,
and they do it at the most opportune times too. Like they must be watching 24/7 because they edit it and send people in real time. So like Jess and Jordan have that conversation and she's like, oh, like, are you into anybody in the villa or whatever? And then it's like, bing, bing, like, hey, you guys can swap or whatever. And she's like, oh shit. And it's just like forces you to be like brutally honest with the person that you've just been having that conversation with.
Right.
It's nuts.
Well, I mean, they probably have like stuff like that doesn't involve new people or getting rid of anybody like on hand for different situations that could happen.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think they do because so much of my experience with X Factor was them literally telling me what to do.
Like what?
Telling me, like they used to feed me words to say in an interview that I didn't even, not that I didn't want to say them, but I was like
what?
Talk about how hard it is when you guys spend so much time together.
Yeah.
Like how hard it is to work. And I was like, what?
They asked like lead-in questions.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't think about, okay, yeah, I'll say that. And I was like 15, so I didn't. Yeah. But like, they put you in positions of like, think about this and say that.
Yeah, but it's interesting that there's no producer there. It seems like there's no cameras. There's no like.
I don't know how they.
I don't know how they film it. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe because they make jokes about cameraman Steve like in season 4, and I'm like, oh, maybe there are camera guys, but it just doesn't.
Well, I think they have to be. Yeah.
You couldn't just have stationary cameras everywhere?
No.
Okay.
Because how would you catch moments?
I don't know.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know who's what. I gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But
who works on a show like that?
Who works on Love Island.
I don't Love Island.
Like you're gonna see episode like maybe not episode 2, but eventually this season you're gonna be like, wait, what? Like how did they physically have time to do all of this?
I'm like jazzed to watch episode 2.
I know. This part was really interesting. When they were like, which of these plastic surgeries has Jess had? Lip fillers, liposuction, or a boob job? And he was like, lip fillers, just learned that last night. Like they would never ask like, does Jordan have fake calves?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was a little so this season I feel like a lot less even in relation to like what the girls are allowed to do versus what the boys are allowed to do. Like they give Jess such a hard time that she's hooking up with Josh, but like Josh is hooking up with Jess.
Exactly. Yeah. I was going to say that. I'm a little also bothered by the gendering of it.
Yeah, but I mean, even like Zoe like enforces it when she's like, Lewis, like you've slept with 6 girls in a night. Like, oh, that's disgusting. I don't even want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Like even you were like, oh, that's gross. Like I don't. But like I've had a guest on my other podcast who's had sex with 5 girls in a night because it was in a group sex format and the girls were into each other and everyone was having fun and it wasn't like you immediately think. I mean, I don't know what Lewis's was,
right?
But you immediately think, oh, like what a fucking asshole. Like he must have been like I mean, he does seem like an asshole in this episode.
Yeah. But also like they wouldn't have asked that question to Zoe. You know what I mean? They would only ask that question to a guy. They would never say, how many guys have you slept with in one night?
Yeah.
So the way they even set up the framing of that is like catered to gender.
Yeah. I mean, they had Lauren, like her public place. That was pretty good.
Yeah. But that even feels to me a little bit like what's
shamey?
The word? Not even shamey, just like fantasized. Like the idea of like where's the craziest place you did it? Fetishized, yeah. And then you're like picturing her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm picturing Lou banging 6 girls.
Yeah, that's true. Me too.
I'm like, did he go to different houses?
Yeah.
Or like,
did he come 6 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he count as sex?
I know. Yeah, these are all good questions.
Yeah. I think it's penetration. I think they're pretty clear on
that's
penetration.
Right. Yeah.
But
also power to him if he can come 6 times in one night.
Yeah, good job, Lou.
With 6 different people.
But I like how you see him like just become friends with Zoe, like in like it's cute, and then they wake up together and he's like, oh, you look like a little Einstein.
Yeah.
Like they're cute. They're like little buddies. Okay. Oh yeah, I also thought it's crazy that John and Tony, these twins, first of all, how do you find them so far?
Very hot.
Very hot. I think they are so fucking annoying.
Really?
I think they are so ugly and so fucking into themselves. Like,
yeah, I don't like how cocky they are, but I also feel
all
like
the girls in the club will come, the part the Red Sea, and they come see us, and the guys hate it. They keep saying that the guys hate it.
Yeah, and I also feel like they're really trying to enforce their brand of twins.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, this is
we
a little,
get it.
Yeah.
You guys look too one egg
alike.
once.
Yeah.
I think Tony's the hotter one.
I think I'm never going to be able to tell the difference between the two of them except for knowing who they're coupled with.
Yeah.
Otherwise I won't know.
Yeah. I just think they're like, besides the nice Italian family values, being able to cook and like living with your mama, I think is really cute, like until you're married.
Yeah.
Or it's just an excuse for why you're a fucking burnout loser.
Yeah.
Twin.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
Interesting.
And I just
I'm
want
not
them to go
bothered by
home.
them yet.
Ugh, I hate them.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So then Danielle and Jess get chosen. Danielle seems excited. Which means I guess she hasn't bonded with Chris that much.
We didn't see very much of them at all.
No. And he's like one of the hottest guys.
I know, and I loved his intro. Like, I loved everything about him.
What was his intro?
He was the very first one they introduced.
Yeah.
I forget what he does for work.
27. He's a club promoter from Newcastle.
Yeah, and he was like, I go out, I work to go out, and when I'm out, I'm working, and I love it. He was just so, like, straightforward about who he is and what he does. And, like, nothing crazy about him, but I guess
and then you don't see him the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
and then Danielle's just, like, pumped to go on a date with an Italian.
Yeah.
And then Jess, that little flirty flirt.
I know.
Who is I mean, she's got the best energy ever.
And she's gorgeous, and they all step forward,
except John.
Loyal John.
Yeah.
Loyal John
is a big thing in Love Island.
It is a big thing.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny because when she was saying it, like, because they all in their interviews are like, I'm so hot, I'm such a flirt, I love someone who's also hot.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I get so much attention from guys. I know I'm really hot.
Yeah.
And then she steps out and everybody steps forward for her. And I was like, honestly, good for you.
Yeah.
You literally called that.
Yeah. And she's just such a little Jamae. She's
I
like
know.
Summer Heights. She's just like, oh, like, I don't know, just give them like this look that says like, like hi. And like Lewis says it at some point too. He's like, I'm not saying I want to fuck Jess. He's like, she just gives you the look like I want to fuck you.
Yeah. She is a full mood. Like, she's someone I aspire to be like in all of my interactions.
Yeah.
Like,
she's just like the flirt. Mm-hmm. She's amazing. Like, I don't even know how to talk to a boy without flirting. Yeah. Or even a girl. I want to just flirt with everyone.
Yeah. That's funny.
She's great. Okay, yeah. So now Jess is all pumped for her date with the Italian. Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched other seasons yet, like you're just starting, like usually there's some kind of like they look at each other when one of the couple gets taken away. Mm-hmm. Jess and Josh didn't really like be like, oh, like everything's gonna be okay or anything like. I don't know.
They both seemed like they were just in it for the.
Yeah, they just seemed like they're in it for fucking and fun.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was really brave to be like, hey, like Jordan, like I would like to swap, and like Josh, like, do you like me? You know, like that. She went out on a limb for that, and I think she like would be in it for love too. But like at this point, like they haven't like discussed being like exclusive or anything
at all, and I don't think they even want to.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get from. I think both of them are the horniest ones.
Yeah.
And Lewis. Oh, and they didn't really follow up much with Lewis either.
What do you mean?
So Lewis was the one who like decided to step forward for every single girl.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, oh, he's going to be a main. I mean, unless later in the season he is. I don't know. You know that better than I do. But in the episode, they like didn't really do anything else with him.
Yeah. No, but he's not really doing. He's just being like friends with Zoe.
Yeah,
like they're coupled up and they're like, all right, we're not that into each other, but like this is a interesting new experience,
right?
And we're gonna just like see how it goes.
I always think it's interesting when the couples decide like we're just friends, because I feel like if I were in their situation, I would. Even if I didn't feel chemistry with someone, I would like try and force it.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like not knowing the rules. I think what most of people are doing is like trying to stay in the house.
Right.
And like that is like the thing that you would do is like you're like, oh, you have to be in a couple to stay in the house.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would force it if I had to.
Yeah.
Just like act like I liked them.
But I feel like they must know that there are other people coming in or something and that they just want, I don't know.
Or they must know that, like, this is just, if anything, it's safer to play the platonic card in the beginning because you know things are going to switch up, right?
Yeah.
They know that everything's going to switch around.
I love when John asks Hannah how he asks her if they like each other. He's like, you know, like, am I in a boat and you're in another boat? And and she's like, oh no, we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
I can't do the accent right now.
Her accent's crazy.
We're in the same boat. What in
this? I can't do it.
No, what in the? Because Essex. He's from Essex, and she's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are we in the same boat?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we in the? Yeah.
We need to make a list of all the lingo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have the ones that I took down from this episode. The first thing I noticed, everyone says, "You all right?"
You all right? Yeah.
Like, if you ask somebody, "You all right?" in the States, like, it would be like,
"Are you okay?
Are you okay?"
Yeah. Quick story for you.
Yeah.
I knew that going into the show because my best friend, Chloe grew up in London.
Uh-huh.
And she told me this story of the first time she was like 5 years old. And it
Yeah.
was the first time she ever witnessed catcalling.
Uh-huh.
And these guys on the street were catcalling this woman.
Yeah.
And they kept saying to her, like, "You're right, you're right." Like,
Yeah.
And when she told me that story, I was like, what do you mean they were saying that? She's like, "Oh, that means like, how you doing? Like, you good? You good?"
Yeah.
And
Not
so they were
like,
saying,
"Hey, are you okay?"
Yeah, like, how are you? Really? But they kept saying to her, "You're right, you're right." And then this woman like looked at them and went, "Always."
Always.
And that was her response to
I love
catcallers.
that.
And I will never forget that.
Love that.
The first word that I picked up on that I did not recognize was beefcake,
Beefcake.
which means somebody really ripped and muscular.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you're a beefcake, you're like a really fit lad.
Yeah.
You're a real built man.
Aircon instead of air conditioning.
Yep, which we would say AC. But
AC.
they say Caroline Flack says aircon.
Mm-hmm. Mate.
Mate.
A friend.
A friend. Yep.
Chris just says that the house is absolutely mental and scandalous. Like, we know what those words mean, but
Right.
it was just funny to hear somebody using it like mental.
Yeah, it's so mental. Scandalous is a weird
Scandalous.
choice.
Yeah, like
to say
it's so
that.
sick and scandalous.
Yeah.
This one was funny. Wait, Emily didn't realize that Lewis wasn't a professional American football player. He's a soccer player.
Well, because he says, "I'm a football player."
He's a footballer.
Yeah, and the way he's built, he looks like an American football player.
But this is
I had
referring
no
to
idea.
soccer.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so dumb of me.
But hilarious.
Lovable rogue. Omar calls himself a lovable rogue.
And what is a rogue? Or is a lovable rogue a full phrase?
Lovable rogue is a full phrase. A person with no discernible good qualities. Someone who causes a lot of trouble in their community with little or no care for the consequences of their actions.
Oh, okay.
So a bad boy, I guess.
Omar is so like that.
Or
That's
let me see
how
what
he
rogue.
represents himself. Like, even in his intro, he's like, "I'm a bit of an all-around idiot."
Yeah, and then when he's sitting down with Rachel, he's like, "I'm actually probably the most clever person I know."
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
A rogue is also, like, without the word lovable, it's a rebellious loner who follows their own rules.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Like a maverick.
uncontrollable person.
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Caught that.
Nicking birds.
Yeah, what does nicking mean? I guess just like picking up girls.
Yes.
I love that they call the women birds. That's so silly. Yeah, and there's nothing on British Urban Dictionary for nicking.
Scouse. I'd love to look up the actual definition. I know it's somebody from Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was just like a regional...
And maybe it's... Okay, so it says...
Like if you're Spanish, you're from Spain. If you're Scouse, you're from Liverpool.
Well, okay, Scouse. Oh, also an academic source is called Liverpool English, or Merseyside English, is an accent and dialect of English found primarily in the metropolitan county of Merseyside and closely associated with the city of Liverpool. The accent often extends through the neighboring areas and across Liverpool city region, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's an accent. So a Scouser.
Scouse. I had never heard of Scouse before this episode, to be honest.
You know who's from Liverpool?
Who?
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
John, Paul,
You know,
George,
I just
and
found out the
Ringo.
other day that Beatles is
The
like
beat?
the beat.
Yeah.
I literally found that out 3 days ago.
Have you ever seen the movie That Thing You Do?
No.
You have to watch That Thing You
Okay.
Do. But essentially, it like kind of is the same story as the Beatles. It's about a band at that time that gets like really famous.
Yeah.
But they talk about that. They're like, oh, the way that the Beatles have their name with the beat will be the Wonders, but we'll spell it one, like the number. But then people end up calling them the Oneaters.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because like when I was born, they were already like...
They already existed.
So I just didn't even think about what their name means. It's just their name.
Do you know what I never thought about? Netflix.
Yeah.
It's
Internet movies.
Internet flicks.
Yeah.
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 I know. Crazy.
Amazing.
The things we learn.
The things we learn from podcasting about Love Island.
Yeah.
I
feel like
caught
we're going to talk about a lot of other shows and movies over the course of this. Yeah.
Dogged off. When all your mates talk about you behind your back to all your mates without you knowing. Being dogged off.
Oh, your mates aren't treating you well.
Yeah.
A dog head.
A dog head. What is that, a knob head?
Like an ugly girl. No. Hannah says like, look it up. Hannah says, yeah, my ex cheated on me with some dog head.
Oh, yeah. Wait, a way of life? Doghead? An individual, male or female, who is a chronic user of heroin.
What?
Usually associated with the droopy basset hound.
Whoa.
Facial features of a user.
Whoa. Oh my God, I'm so glad you actually.
Or used to describe a male or female, usually female, who literally has the appeal and facial features of a dog.
Okay.
I think that's probably what she meant. And not a heroin addict.
I don't know.
But you never know. You never know.
A bit of me was a phrase
bit of me.
used. Yeah, like she's a bit of me.
Like my type?
Yeah, I took it as my type.
Yeah, she's a bit of me. It's what John said about Hannah, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a bit of me.
Or like we're similar maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary says when someone or something is your type, what you're interested in. Chav 1, what do you think of her? Yeah, bruv, she's a bit of me.
Yeah. Slaggy.
Slutty.
Yep. Jess was called Slaggy.
Yep. Not arsed.
I can't be bothered,
Yeah,
I feel like.
can't be bothered. Doesn't care. Instead of fuck, marry, kill, they have shag, marry, avoid.
Avoid instead of kill, which I guess is probably better.
Yeah. Avoid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of sounds worse too. It's just like, oh,
yeah.
I really don't want to be around.
I just want to avoid.
Yeah,
Killing them is like, man, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Avoid is like, I actually want to avoid
would like
them.
to not be around you.
Yeah.
Innit. INNIT. Like everything's like.
Yeah. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Innit. Yeah.
Instead
also,
of saying, isn't it?
It's in The Little Mermaid. Ursula sings it. She's like, life's full of tough choices, innit?
Oh, yeah.
But she's not even British.
But in it can also be like, I feel like Southern.
In it.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's British. Wait, I can't fucking do accents.
Yeah, we that's part of the charm of this podcast is us attempting accents.
John says ta-ra, which just means bye-bye.
Bye-bye, yeah.
Ta-ra.
Also, Hannah said ta as like
oh, ta.
Yeah, oh, ta.
Wait, yeah, what does ta by itself mean?
I know people, like my boyfriend's mom is British and she says ta to say goodbye.
Right. Oh, a slang word for thanks.
Oh,
ta. I'm going to start using that.
I love that.
I'm going to start slipping all these words into my vocabulary.
Instead of like TY, like people send TY.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always see it as thank you instead of thank you.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I never see it as thank you.
I literally type out thank you most of the time.
Yeah.
Like YEW.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, you do that.
And you also type hello as hello.
Hello. Yeah. Banter.
Just like back and forth.
Good chat. Yeah. But it's more like flirty in Britain.
Flirty banter. Like, yeah. Banter is like,
yeah.
We have some good banter.
We've got good. I think that's an American word.
Also,
too.
it's funny because in this British Urban Dictionary where they define ta, they say an informal way of saying thank you in the British Empire, or what's left of it. They slipped that in there.
If it is a good day.
Yeah.
Cigarette. The crack. Spelled CRAC.
The crack.
Crack on. She gives good crack. What's the crack?
Well, they also spelled CRAIC.
That's didn't I just say that? Or
you
no?
said CRAC.
Oh no, CRAIC is what I meant.
So it says
like
Irish
crake.
word for fun/enjoyment that has been brought into the English language, usually when mixed with alcohol and or music.
CIC. Crack or crack is a term for news, gossip, fun, entertainment, and enjoyable conversation, particularly prominent in Ireland.
Good times, scandal, gossip, goings on. Last night was a great crack. What's the crack?
What's the crack? So then, does crack on
used to go to a
literally
bar.
mean, the Crake?
The Crack.
I've performed at the
In
Crake.
Williamsburg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack.
That was right under my old office.
But is crack on the same crack?
Yeah, I think we're going to crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like get the good times
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. Get the gossip.
More sexual,
and
probably.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
And then leather her. You gonna
I'm
try
gonna
and
fuck her.
leather her tonight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
Easily
and
means fuck.
Fucka. John said it to Josh.
Yeah.
Well, that is all for vocab.
Uh-huh.
That's 12 minutes on vocab alone.
Wow.
But we had a lot to cover this episode.
We did.
Are you excited for episode 2?
I am so stoked for the season.
I know. You
cannot
guys,
wait.
are you excited? Like, we really love Island, and we hope you do too.
We do, and I'm thrilled, and I can't wait to get cracking on.
Let's
with the
crack
episodes.
on!
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to watch episode 2 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey guys, I know we really love Island, but do you? If you really love We Really Love Island, let us know.
Leave a rating, a review, and tell everyone you know to subscribe too.
You can find us everywhere that podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play, all of them. Hopefully, if they don't work, message us. You can find us on Instagram at We Really Love Island. Follow us individually at The Real Emily Wilson.
And at Remy Cassavant. You could also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/We Really Love Island.
Follow us on Twitter at We Really Love Island.
Send us your thoughts, your prayers, and if you know any of the contestants,
Send them our way.
yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And always remember that we're not affiliated with Love Island, ITV, CBS, or anything. We're not official anything. We're just two comedian girls. Thank you. Goodbye.